What's going on, everyone? Your mom's favorite YouTuber KKS here. And here we are with the video that I promised you guys that you will see today. Defensive Player of the Year, my prediction for the 2020-2021 award. And again, you guys know the drill. Three players. First one's the one who I think wins the award. Second one's gonna be a safe choice, and third one is kind of a dark horse, but not really. Um, a lot of people are predicting that he may win the award, but not as many. I don't know. You'll see. You'll see. But anyways, the first guy, Anthony Davis. I think last year he was. I wouldn't say robbed. I think Giannis deserved it. He had one of the best years we've ever seen a player have, um, offensively and defensively. But I think this year, Anthony Davis is going to have another great defensive year, and if anything, better than last year. Last year he had 91 total steals and 140 something blocks. And I think those numbers go up. I think he has 100 plus steals and 150 plus blocks. I think he's I don't think he's going to lead the league in either of those, but I think the combination of both is going to mean he's going to um, probably win the award. So the main reason why I think this year he's gonna improve defensively um, is that now it's his second year with the Lakers in Vogel's system with LeBron. So it's a lot less of like playing to get to know what you have to do in the system to succeed. You already won a championship, so it's a bit less pressure, still a lot of pressure. But he doesn't have to, focus as much on the offensive end as he does now because last year he was learning new things, playing for Vogel, playing with LeBron, and I honestly don't think that was a very talented team outside of those two. I mean, their third best player, believe it or not, last year was KCP. Um, Other than that, they had Rondo. Playoff time, he was very good. AD Green didn't play well in the playoffs. And they had Kyle Kuzma, who, I mean, he was streaky at times. But anyways, now, especially now with the additions of Dennis Schroeder, Marcus Gasol, and Montrezl Harrell, those are all great offensive weapons. Harrell scoring, cleaning the boards, getting second chance points. AD doesn't have to work as much in the paint anymore. Schroeder is a great scorer as well. Marcus Gasol, not really a great scorer, but he's one of the best passing big men in the league. He's very smart as well, so he knows exactly what to expect. Quick learner. So I don't think he's gonna have to put as much energy on the offensive end, and he's gonna focus more on the defensive end, which is probably where the Lakers aren't as strong. I think the offensive side of the ball, the Lakers are going to be much better. Defensively, Schroeder is a good defender, not a great one. Harrell, obviously, a lot of us know he has his problems defensively. Although I don't think it's as big of a deal as a lot of other people think. He's still a below average big man defender. LeBron's just getting older. He hasn't quite shown the signs of slowing down yet, but he's not in his prime anymore. I think it's pretty clear as well. So Anthony Davis is going to have to pick up a lot of slack on defense. Um, Even though the offense has gotten much better, the defense still is around the same as it was last year. Not saying they're a bad defensive team, but just saying that without Anthony Davis, they'd have problems. But they have a Defensive Player of the Year candidate in Anthony Davis, which is why their defense is still good. But without him, there would be a problem. LeBron would have to pick up a lot of the slack, and that's when things would have problems. Marcus Gasol is a great defender as well, just that he's also older. He's also lost a step. So we don't know. But Anthony Davis, I think he's gonna pick up a lot defensively. I think he's gonna have this is a big reason why he's going to have a lot more blocks. The Lakers are a better team on the perimeter now, so a lot of teams are going to have to challenge the inside more than they would like to, and that's going to translate into more steals, more blocks for Anthony Davis. Um, so yeah, basically, I think Anthony Davis is going to win the award due to the good defensive team around him. Not great, but good, which is perfect. You don't want a great defensive team to overshadow you, and you don't want a bad one to make you look bad. So a good defensive team will help him a lot. Another year of experience in Vogel's system again. It's going to help both defensively and offensively, as Anthony Davis doesn't have to, you know, put 100% of effort in. For those of you who haven't like played basketball, you don't have to put 100% of effort offensively as long as you put 100% of effort defensively. Because on defense, you have to match the opposing offense's energy. On offense, you can control your own pace, you can control your own rhythm, but on defense, you have to always be ready for those whole 24 seconds you're defending. Um, so, anyways, that's that with Anthony Davis. Again, I think he's gonna have over 100 total steals and 150 total blocks as long as he stays healthy. So, yeah, Anthony Davis is gonna win the award, I believe. Next up, Rudy Gobert. This I would not. I would be very stupid to leave Rudy Gobert out of this list. As much as I don't like the guy personally, or I don't like his game, I don't think he's a good offensive player. His play at the rim is subpar, in my opinion. Um, it's just that his rebounding kind of picks up the slack for all of that. But he's still been one of the best defenders in the lat. Wow, my head just blew up. All right, set. All right, Rudy Gobert has been one of the best defenders in the league the last few seasons, if not the best, for the last 3, 4 years. Obviously, former winner of the award. Last year, he had 50 steals and 135 total blocks. Um, the only reason I don't have him winning the award is because Anthony Davis is ahead of him, and Anthony Davis has the situation around him has improved more than it has for Gobert. Plus, he was already ahead in both of those stats, and he plays for the Lakers, not the Jazz, which obviously is going to have, you know, an effect on it, on the national TV spotlight and the analysts. But anyways, I think Anthony Davis wins. Gobert gets second. I think he's a very he's a beneficiary to the fact that he has great wing defenders. Royce O'Neal, one of the best wing defenders in the league. Um, I don't know if he's what position he's gonna start at this season. Um, because I haven't watched a Jazz game yet. If I'm being completely honest, this year. But I know Royce O'Neal's a great defender. Um, Donovan Mitchell also is a great defender. He's a very underrated defender. Most people like to pay attention to his game on the offensive side of the ball, but he's one of the best defensive shooting guards in the league as well. The main reason why he was drafted so high was because of his defensive ability, not his offensive ability. The offensive ability developing this well has been a great surprise, a pleasant surprise to the Jazz organization, and just a great thing to see from fans in the league. But anyways, because of like I said with Anthony Davis, good wing defenders means more teams will have to force plays to the inside of the paint, which is gonna be beneficial to Rudy Gobert. Um, I think stats wise, it's probably going to go up slightly. Um, maybe not. It might stay stagnant, but I don't see it going down. Um, I think last year Donovan Mitchell's just getting better, offensively and defensively. Um, Royce O'Neal is going to be fixated into a certain role now that Boyan is back, and that's going to give Rudy Gobert plenty of opportunities. Um, all in all, it would just be stupid to bet against Rudy Gobert not being in the top three. Um, just another reason why I don't think he'll win the award is because he's already won it before. I think voters are going to be, I want to use the word biased, but more leaning towards Anthony Davis if it's close, you know. So second, I think is going to be Rudy Gobert, and third is the guy who's kind of a dark horse, but not really, Bam Adebayo. I mean, a lot of people think he's going to win the award. Not too many though. I don't think enough people are. I think he's a very good defender. Last year, 82 steals and 93 blocks. The blocks weren't quite high enough, but I think that's understandable considering last year. Last year was the year where Bam took the next step. Took that big step from being a good player to a great all-star. This year, I think he's going to take another big step forward. Not as big, obviously, as going from a non-all-star to an all-star, but I think he's going to be an even better player, a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's still improving. He's still on the come up. Um, I think he's going to average probably less steals, but more blocks. I think he has 75 steals, 125 blocks this upcoming year. Um, Honestly, probably more blocks, 130, 140 are very possible. Um, but yeah, so the main reason why I think he's going to be top three is, again, as I mentioned with Anthony Davis and Rudy Gobert, he also has those great wing defenders. Jimmy Butler, one of the best defensive players in the league as well. And also Mo Harkless, a pretty underrated defender, now who's now also playing for the Miami Heat. They also have Andre Iguodala off the bench still. Um, he's lost a step, but he's still a great defender. So I think Bam Adebayo is going to have plenty of opportunities for defensive plays, especially blocks. Again, I don't think the steals are going to stay. 82 is very high, um, especially for a center. I think he stays at 75, but I still think that the blocks are going to go up enough and the rebounds are going to go up enough, excuse me, that I think his play is going to be elevated so much that he could be a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. Um, Especially for Eric Spoelstra and what a great coach he is. He knows what Bam lacks from being an all-star to being a superstar in the league. I don't quite think he's going to be a superstar next year, but I think he's going to be like borderline, very close. I think he's going to be a clear star player. So yeah, um, basically, that's pretty much it for this video. Anthony Davis 1, Rudy Gobert 2, Bam Adebayo 3. Again, I'm pretty confident about this one compared to Rookie of the Year, um, Rookie of the Year award because Rookie of the Year is a harder one to predict because of the plethora of players that could win the award, especially this year where there wasn't that one clear guy. Like last year, Zion and Ja were the two clear best players. However, Zion was hurt, so Ja would win the award. Um, so Rookie of the Year obviously could be a number of people. Defensive Player of the Year, however, is usually consisting of the same players. Anthony Davis and Rudy Gobert, I'm pretty sure were the other two players in the top three, along with Giannis. Which leads me to my honorable mentions. Giannis is going to be an honorable mention. The only reason I don't think he's going to be top three is because they added Drew Holiday, who is also one of the best defenders at his position. So they have a very great defensive team. Drew Holiday's a great defender. Chris Middleton's a great defender. Even Dante DiVincenzo is a pretty good defender as well. Um, so Giannis isn't gonna quite have the same stats as some of these other guys. Like I said, all of these teams, um, like the Lakers, are a good defensive team. The Jazz are between good and great, not quite great, but I think they're very close to that. and the Heat are a good defensive team as well, not great, because the backcourt still, I don't know, Dragic, Hero, Duncan Robinson, they still have to improve defensively. I mean, not Dragic, he's just getting older, but Hero and Duncan definitely do. Same with Kendrick Nunn. They all need to improve defensively in order for the Heat to be a great defensive team. So I think all of those guys are on good defensive teams. Gobert's on the best one, I believe. But Giannis is on a great defensive team, probably the best defensive team in the league. I mean, they have Brooke Lopez was I think he was first team, second team, all defensive team. I don't remember. I think it was first. But Brooke Lopez has developed into a great defensive player. They have himself a great defensive player. Again, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Dante DiVincenzo. That's just five guys. You could go down the whole lineup and you'll see great defensive players. So I think the Bucks are going to be the best defensive team in the league, and I know that's going to give a lot of a lot of the spotlight on Giannis to win the award again. But again, because of voter boredom and because Drew Holiday is added into the fold, I think he's going to take a lot of credit, and Giannis isn't going to receive as much credit as he should. So I think Giannis would be fourth. Another great defensive player, a sneaky one that could be top three would be Jimmy Butler. I mean, you have to respect his game. He's been a great defender for years now, and he's one of the best defenders in the league. That I feel like he should get more love, but I think the fact that Bam is on his team means that Bam is gonna win, if anyone wins on that team. So I don't think they would have two finalists from the same team. And one more honorable mention. Let's see. For Defensive Player of the Year, um, hmm, yeah, Drew Holiday. Same scenario as Jimmy Butler. Drew Holiday, great defensive player. He's been one for years. But if they pick anyone to win Defensive Player of the Year from the Bucks, it's going to be Giannis. So, again, Giannis is going to take a lot of credit for Drew's stuff. Drew's going to take a lot of credit for Giannis's stuff. Not directly, of course. They're gonna obviously give credit to each other, but I mean, the media is gonna do it for them. So that's it. Anthony Davis 1, Gobert 2, Bam 3. That's my prediction. Defensive Player of the Year. Thank you all for watching. Please like the video if you agree. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Dislike the video if you disagree, and let me in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you disagree as well. I'll be replying to all comments, and I'll be giving. And if you have any questions or anything you want to know anything about what I think, let me know. I'll give my thoughts. I'll continue to give more of my thoughts in the comments. I'll have more time to think about it. I'm not talking on the fly like I am now, so there's going to be probably more of an explanation when I comment. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. Tomorrow will be Most Improved Player, I believe. So that one's going to be a difficult one, but we're going to make the video. And I hope you all enjoy. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.